standard REST endpoints, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So today basically we will go through about how to write our own web service.
Okay.
Right? So the main thing is nothing but if you hit, let's say I want some account details, correct? So if I even though I can call the standard web service endpoint to get the account details for a third party, correct? In that case, what it will happen? So the Salesforce by default it is going to send all the information, right?
Okay.
So it is not a valid because sometimes we need to restrict some data, right?
Yeah.
So I have to send only like 4 parameters or only 5 piece of information. In that case, so we can't go for a standard endpoints, correct?
Okay.
So in that case, so basically we have to go for our own web services. Okay, so in that case, so basically we have to expose a Apex class as a web services. Okay. So now we will discuss about how to write our own Apex web classes.
Okay.
So if you take this particular example, okay, so we'll go.
You are not share your screen actually, Suresh.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Can you able to see?
Just give me a minute. Yeah, I'm able to see now.
Okay. The main thing for writing a web service is nothing but this is the main thing. So the class should be a global.
Yeah. Correct.
Class should be a global. Why? Because so we are accessing out of the Salesforce, correct?
Yes.
We are accessing out of the Salesforce, so class should be a global. That is the one thing. Okay. So and if you want to make any class as a global, now if you return a class as a global, it is not a web service, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to make that particular class as a web service, then basically we have to go for this particular annotation at resource, REST resource.
Okay.
When you mention this at REST resource, then this class will become a web service class.
So it will become a REST API web service, kya?
Correct, exactly.
Okay.
So as we discussed like later of this session, like last session, so the REST like web services which are communicating by using URIs, correct? So it is like we can access the REST endpoints based on the URI.
Yeah.
URI means uniform resource identifier.
Yeah.
So we need to give one unique URI. Okay, if we say here URI is equal to REST web services example API, you can give your own name. Okay. It should be unique throughout your org.
Okay.
You can't give the same name for some other class also.
Okay.
It should be unique. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So you can give version also, like let's say V7 or something. So something like this.
It should be unique basically.
It should be unique, and URL can be it can be any number of length. It is not restricted to a particular one thing. So you can give your own format of the URL.
Okay.
Now totally this class become a REST endpoint.
REST. Yeah.
Okay. So now, so whenever we went for a REST endpoint, so there will be a certain methods we need to define, right?
Okay.
The methods for get, delete, or post, patch. These are the methods, correct?
Okay.
So why get or use? Get or use in order to retrieve some data.
Yeah. To get the data from Salesforce database, we use HTTP GET.
Correct. Okay. So not Salesforce database. In order to send some information to a caller. Okay. In order to retrieve some information for a caller, then basically we are implementing a get method. Okay. You clear, right? Get method.
Yeah.
This is especially for a callers.
Okay.
Whenever caller call this particular method, get method, then basically we are sending some information.
Okay.
Get is basically for retrieving some data.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
It is for retrieving the data. So now another thing is the word method. So the get methods are annotated by HTTP get.
Okay.
Get methods are annotated by HTTP get. Okay. The method should be a global static.
Yeah.
Okay. Important thing is nothing but method should be a global static. Okay. Then as usual normal methods. Your method is sending back the list of accounts.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are basically nothing but how we have to pass the parameter. Let's say I want to pass a account ID here. Correct. How to pass the parameter in case of get method. Okay. The thing is nothing but in case of get method, the data which you are passing as a parameter in part of query string.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
In the way we are passing the parameters for a post and put method is different, and get and delete methods are different.
Okay.
In case of post and put or patch method, we are passing a parameter as a part of body, request body. Okay. In case of get and delete method, we are passing a parameter as a part of query string.
Okay.
Okay, clear? Query string means we know, right? URL ends with slash id is equal to blah 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 and correct. So like name is equal to some Rama. This is nothing but we will call it as a query string.
Okay.
Okay. For the get method, we are passing a parameter as a part of query string.
Okay.
Okay. So Salesforce itself having there is a two things. One is called REST request and REST response object.
Yes.
One is nothing but a REST request object. Okay. And another thing is nothing but a REST response object.
Okay.
Okay. So how to get the request parameters? So we can use this parameter in order to get the request.
Okay.
Okay. REST context dot request. In that case, so we are getting the request object.
Okay.
Okay. So if you use this particular thing like request.params.get of that particular ID, basically you can able to get the parameters from the request. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Clear, right? Any question?
No.
Okay. So after that, as usual, just query the some account from that one. Return back the list.
Okay.
Okay. So now we'll go and execute this one. Like we'll test it up how to call the list method.
Okay.
From the third party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will use my same Java program in order to call that particular thing. Okay. So so if you see here, this is the way we are calling the get method, right? So last sessions we discussed. Okay, so we are passing the information about the account ID here as a part of query string. Okay, how to call this particular method? What is the URL for that? URL will be this one. Slash services instance URL slash services slash apex rest and rest web service API demo. So it should be this one.
Okay.
Okay, for calling the custom web service, the URI will be something. It is slash with the services slash apex rest API slash URL mapping. That's what you are giving for a particular class.
Okay.
Okay. After that, you want to send any parameter. Make sure you have to put it over here. This is actually a query string.
Okay.
Okay. Now I will take one of the account. I'll take one of the account. Say this account. Okay, I will take this account and I will pass it here, account ID. Okay, so I will call this particular method.
Okay.
Okay, in order to get the response.
Okay.
So this is a Java style of calling the REST endpoints. Okay, this is not really important. So you will get a clear picture like how third party will call our web services. Okay, so that is the same why I am showing this particular example. Okay, so now go and call this particular method. This is a Java class, so let me go and call this particular method. Okay, so it will return that particular details here.
Okay.
See here, so it is going to send all this response here.
Yes.
The name is a tribe, all these things it will be available. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the way how we can call the our customized REST endpoints.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for a get method. Similar for delete method also. Okay, so delete method, so which we are using for deleting the account data.
Yeah.
Okay, so deleting this either it's the account or whatever it may. You can write your own custom logic here. Okay, so it is for especially for deleting the data, and the annotation will be HTTP delete.
Okay. So this annotation you have to write, kya? Always?
Yeah, we have to write, or else it won't become a services.
Okay.
Okay, annotation it will tell the compiler like treat this class as a web service. Okay, this will treat this class as a web service, but annotation to the method says like treat this method as a service, one of the service.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, if you remove this, it will become a simple method, right?
Okay.
And if you are trying to access this method as a part of get method, then it will throw an error.
Okay.
saying like there is no resource found in that particular location.
Oh.
Clear?
Yes, yes, clear.
Okay. So delete is part of for deleting any data. Okay, whenever you want to delete some data, then basically you have to go for a delete method. Okay. So now third thing is nothing but a post. Okay, post method, so which is used for creating a data, creating or updating the data.
Okay.
It is for creating or updating the data. In order to create or update data, basically we can go for post or put method.
Okay.
Okay, post or put method. In this case, see here, there is a difference is there. Okay, so here the way we are sending the data is different. See here, so we are passing the parameter as a part of method variables.
Yeah.
Correct. In
Yes.
case of get and delete, we are passing that parameter as a part of query string. There is a main difference.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we are receiving the account ID and account name here, and we are creating some accounts.
Yes.
Okay. Once we create the account, we are sending back to the response back to a caller.
Okay.
Okay, response is as the part of JSON response. Okay, JSON is always a key value pair. Key value.
Okay.
Any question?
No, no.
Okay, so clear, right? So same similar thing for post as well as put method.
Okay.
Actually, post method is meant for only creating a data, and put method is for just updating the data.
Okay.
Okay, actually mean for, but people can use it for different purpose. Even though we can delete the data from post method, because these are the simple methods, right?
Yeah.
Right, we can write our own logic inside this particular post methods.
Okay.
Okay, so clear, right? This one clear?
Yeah, yeah, clear.
Okay, so now we'll go and execute a post method. How to execute a post method.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go here. This will be a post method. Okay, the way we are sending the data to a post method is different. See here, we are setting the request entity. We are creating a JSON object, and I am passing account ID and account name. Okay, and I am setting the URI post method, setting the header, I am setting the body. This is nothing but a setting the body. Okay, and I am executing it now.
Okay.
Okay, the here main thing is nothing but the parameter should be same. If you go here, right, account ID, this should be same as this parameter, account name and account ID. See here. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear? If you are changing with some other name, so then basically it won't work. Let's say if I put as account IDs, then if you try to execute this, it will throw error.
Okay.
Okay, it should be same as what the method which is accepting the parameter.
Yeah.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let me go and run this particular method. Okay, it has to create that particular account, right?
Yes, it has to create that account in Salesforce.
Correct. So now I will go and run this particular thing. It's very simple here actually. So it's the same normal method. That's it. Okay, it is created.
Yeah.
Okay, if you say here, it is returning back the ID here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that account is got created.
Yeah, if you go and search this particular ID here, same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, the custom REST API created. It is created.
Yeah.
Okay, you can put your own business logic here. Okay, the main important thing is nothing but what and all parameter you want to expose, and what and all parameters you are returning back to a caller. These two things are very important.
Okay. Okay.
Clear?
Right. Yeah.
Clear? What parameters you are receiving from the caller, and what and all parameters you want to send it back to a caller. That are the very important thing. If you know that, you can easily write the web service.
Okay.
Any question?
No.
Clear, right?
Yeah. Clear.
Okay, so this is basically what? This is basically a inbound call out. It is basically nothing but inbound, right?
Inbound call, yeah.
Why? Because Salesforce is a server side code. Salesforce is a server.
And third party is calling it.
Third party is a caller, correct?
Yeah, correct.
So this is actually inbound caller. So this is the case. So now we will discuss about the outbound callers. Outbound callers means Salesforce is a caller and third party application is a service.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, If you go interview and all, they will ask, so which side you worked, either you worked on a client side or server side. Okay, server side is nothing but this, who are writing this set of code is right, so they worked on a server side logic.
Okay.
You are calling this particular application, right? This is basically client side.
Yeah.
So normally if you mention some REST and SOAP, right, they will ask in the interview, which side you use, server side or client side. Like that they will suddenly ask. So
Okay.
don't get confused with this. So who are calling that particular thing is a caller or a client side, or who is written a code for a like controller side or a server side. He is basically worked on a server side.
Okay.
Okay, clear, right?
Yeah.
They are very simple actually. The thing is nothing but you should know about this one.
Yeah.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we will move back to outbound callouts for a REST API.
Yeah.
Okay, so outbound call for a REST API. Okay, so now I will take one of the example. So I have teached about the JSON, right?
Yes.
Okay, JSON is nothing but a key value pair. Okay, the main thing is nothing but JSON is a key value pair. Okay, in REST web service, so basically everyone is going for a this one REST JSON thing. Okay, let's say age. This is nothing but a format of the JSON. Okay, so whenever we we are sending the data to and back from the Salesforce to some other system or some other system to here, so this is the data, this is the format data will transfer. Okay, so now we'll go and check about the like outbound callouts. Okay, I will take one of the example like Google API. Okay, if you search for some Zomato and all, right, so if you search some hotels and all, it is going to say going to show some nearby hotels for you.
Yes.
Let's say if I say Google, so Zomato. Okay, Zomato. Okay, let's say I will say hotel. Okay, so what it is returning when I say hotel, so it is returning the nearby hotels.
Yes.
Okay, if you see here, so I didn't give any location, I just gave the Bangalore, but I didn't give the exact my locations.
But it is showing all the hotels near Bangalore.
Yeah, nearby my area. Basically, it is nearby my area. It is going to show a nearby my area.
Yeah.
How they will use? They will use a Google API. Okay. So they will use a Google location API. If you go to Google Map and all, we can tie our locations, right? Correct. So that API they are going to use it up basically. Okay. So same example we will see it here. Okay, so if you go to my example thing, I will go to open on create page. Okay, so I will just preview this particular page. So this example it is says all the bank is nearby my area. So here it is going to show all the banks nearby my area. So with along with the address like Jayanagara Corporation Bank nearby. All those things it will show nearby my area. Okay, these things. Okay, so in order to see our code, okay, for this forget about these API things. Okay, endpoint URL. Okay, the Google endpoint URL which will accept say longitude and latitude. Longitude and latitude of the current location. For each location there is a latitude and longitude, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that location we have to pass, and we have to pass a radius. Radius means it has to search within how many kilometers. I am passing as a 5 kilometer. It is searching within the 5 kilometers. Okay. I am passing what kind of search you are doing it up. I am passing it as a bank, or you can pass it as a hospital or hotel. Okay, or blah 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 blah. Okay. I am passing such a type as a bank. Okay. So this is some key we have to pass. Okay. So some key for a this one, Google key. Google key means like how we are creating a consumer key, consumer secret by using connected app in Salesforce. Okay.
Yeah.
Same way we can create some key in a Google.
Okay.
Okay. So in order to do authentication. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the URL end. Forget about the URL endpoint. Okay. The endpoint will be different for different services. Okay. The way is nothing but how we are calling to a third party service, that is very important. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I will take this particular code and put it here. Okay, so the way we are calling now, this is very important. Okay, now this section is very important. So the way we are calling a Salesforce outbound call out is nothing but there is a method class called HTTP request.
Okay.
This is a inbuilt class or API.
Okay.
Okay. Here we have to, once we created a HTTP request, right, we have to set all the request parameter like timeout, endpoint URL, okay, and header, okay, and method name, either it's a get or post or put or patch, so on so on. Okay, body. Okay, in case of get method, so basically you don't have setting body and headers. Okay, content type means what kind of data we are passing, whether you are passing a JSON or you are passing XML. Okay, so as a part of get request, it is not required. Why? Because get request we are not passing any parameter, right? Even though parameter we are passing as a URL, query string, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, once you created a request thing, okay, so we are calling a particular that things by using a HTTP method, HTTP class. There is another class called HTTP. Okay, create a HTTP class object and create a send method by passing the request object.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, HTTP request, it will hold all the request parameter. Okay, how to call the method? We can call the method by using HTTP. Create an object of HTTP and call the send method by passing a request.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, so now output will be stored in this particular response object. There is another object called HTTP response. Okay, all the things it will be stored in a response object. Okay, this is a catch. I am handling some exception catch. Check the status code. We discussed about status code, right?
Yeah.
So there will be status code in the web services. Okay, these are the standard codes. Okay, so if it is a success, then basically it will come as a 200. Okay, then how to get a response? So the responses will be available in a body.
Okay.
So this query this method HTTP response dot get body. All the response it will be available in get body as a part of JSON is like a kind of string, right?
Yeah.
Even though we are called as a JSON, it is nothing but actually a string. Okay, assign it to the string object. So now we got a JSON, but we need to parse that JSON to extract the data. Okay, I wrote another sample method to parse the data. Okay, I wrote the another method in order to pass the data. Is that clear till now?
Yeah.
Any question?
No, as of now, but if I go through the code, I might get some queries on it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to pass the JSON because JSON will come as something like this, right? So like a key value pair, correct? So we need to pass the JSON to get the exact data. Okay. How to pass that? So Salesforce it is giving some inbuilt functionality called JSON.deserialize untyped. Okay, this is a inbuilt functionality. Okay, or is called a API. Okay, pass our string to this particular method. So in that case, so it will give a map of key value pair. Okay, so it is going to give a map of key. This map is holding all the necessary data. Okay, so just I will go and show you the data what it is coming from a Google. If you go and hit this particular URL, okay, data is coming something like this. Okay.
Okay.
So this is actually JSON.
JSON format. Okay.
This is actually JSON. Okay, it looks like something kind of weird.
Mhm.
There is a something called JSON parser will be there, formatter.
Okay.
Okay, say let's say JSON formatter. If you put if you put that JSON inside of those things, so you will get a clear picture about what exactly JSON. Okay, so I am putting my JSON here. I am clicking on process. Okay, so if you see here, it is a string, right?
Yes.
Okay, it is a string. It is a key value pair. This is a key, and this is actually a value.
Okay.
Okay, this is a key, and these are nothing but a value. Okay, this is a key, this is a value, and this is also key, and this is a value. Okay, value could be another map also.
Okay.
Okay, value could be another map also, or value could be another list of map also.
Okay.
Okay, this is nothing but direct value, right? Key value. In our case, this is also key value. If you see this result example, right? This is if you see this one, this is again another map.
Okay.
See this example is another map. It is again having a key value pair.
Okay.
Okay, but if you see drop down here, it is not only a single map. It is actually a list of maps. Correct?
Yeah.
It is actually a list of maps. It is not a single entry. So even though if you query this particular key, it is giving another map, but it is not exactly map. It is actually a list of maps. Okay, so the JSON is coming like this. So in order to parse this JSON, the similar way we have to parse it up.
Okay.
Okay, now which one I am taking? I am taking a result key. See here, I am checking for if the map contains a result key.
Yes.
Okay, if the map contain result key, I am getting that particular data. Okay, I don't know, right, whether it is returning a map or list of map, or it is a direct single data, right?
Okay.
For that reason, basically we are using a object. See here, everywhere we are using a object. Okay, object is a topmost guy, right? It can handle anything. Either it can handle string or integer, or it is account object, or it's a map, or it's a list, or it is set. Correct?
Yeah.
So runtime we don't know what exactly it is coming. So that is the reason we know, but list is coming. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why we are taking as a object.
Okay.
Okay. So this is nothing but object. We are taking it out. Okay. So again we are querying. This will become a list map, right? This is actually a map. We are querying one by one. We got a list of map. Correct?
Yeah.
We are taking one by one map. See here, this is a for loop again. Correct? So we are taking a map one by one and we are processing it now.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. If you see here, I am taking a map. This is a variable, right? Taking a map here. I am getting the name and vicinity. Name and vicinity are basically the details. See here, name is nothing but National Cooperative Bank. Okay. Vicinity means it is actually this one address.
Okay.
Okay. I am getting name and vicinity, and I am putting it in my wrapper class.
Okay.
See, this is actually a wrapper class in order to display it in the VF page. That's it. Got an idea?
Yes.
Any question?
No.
Okay. The parsing the JSON, this is a parsing side, is right. So the parsing the JSON is completely depends on your response data.
Okay.
Okay, you can't write a code without knowing your response. Okay, so whenever you are writing a response, right, you have to communicate with both development team. Okay, client side and server side guys. How they will do is nothing but once they develop their server side code, basically they will send you a documentation saying like this is our URL, these are the parameter you have to send. Once you set this parameter, you have to call this method, then you are going to get this many information. Based on according to that, we have to send our client side code.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, make sure we have to whitelist this particular endpoint URL in remote site setting. Okay.
Okay.
So remote site setting, there is something called remote site setting will be there.
You have to set that remote.
Yeah, so you have to set that base URL here.
Okay.
To say something as well. This is nothing but a whitelisting the IP address of the client.
Okay.
If you're not setting here, right, Salesforce, it won't call that thing, so it will block the things.
Okay. Okay.
It will block the request, it won't go. Okay, make sure to set this particular thing in the this one,
Remote site setting.
remote site setting.
Okay.
Okay, is that clear? Any question?
No. It's good.
Okay, fine. So now I have showed you about just get method, right? So I will show you the example for some other method, saying like for post method.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't have exact running code. I will show you some code snippet how to call the
Post method.
post method. Okay, the way we are calling is same. We are creating a request. Okay, setting endpoint, set method as a post. Okay, in order to pass any additional information, then basically we have to set additional information in header.
Okay.
Okay, if you see here, now we are setting a content type application bar JSON. Why? Because we are setting a body as a JSON string, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the reason we are setting the header here.
Okay.
Sometimes in order to do some authentication, the client will ask some more information. We have to set it as a header. Okay, that things we are setting it here. See, a set header is equal to some key, we can set it here. Okay, based on this key, they are going to authenticate in their end.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how we can call a post method. Very simple. We have to set a body, and if there is any header, then basically we have to set any additional headers.
Okay.
That's it. Create a HTTP class and send the response, so that you will create the body, then pass the JSON.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So then the second, third thing is nothing but we can send either JSON as a request body, or we can send the XML also as a part of JSON request.
Yeah.
Okay, whenever you are sending XML, make sure you have to set the content type as application/XSW form URL encoded. This one you have to set.
Okay.
In case of JSON, you have to set this one, application by JSON. Okay.
Yeah.
XML, you have to set this one.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Clear, right? Any question?
No.
Okay, fine. So this is basically how we are using REST Apex class as a
Exposing the API classes.
REST API, and how to make a call out for a third party application by using a REST web services.
Okay.
Okay, so very simple this is. Okay, so it is a post method. The data we are passing is important, and the response we are getting, right, the parsing the response is very, very important.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll share you the code, just practice it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now next thing is nothing but what? So next thing is basically a this one, SOAP API.
Okay.
Okay, SOAP API. Okay, even though we can test the REST API by using some more client kind of application. Okay, so like Google something is there, Google REST client. Let's say you can install this particular small software, and you can test your class whether it's working fine or not.
Okay.
Now we are writing a code in order to take the application, right? I showed you like running the Java code for calling our REST web services, right?
Yeah.
If you don't know how to write a Java code, if you want to test the functionality, then basically you can go with these kind of tools in order to test the functionality.
Okay.
Okay, so advanced REST client. It is by default by this one, what you call Google. Google API. You heard about Workbench?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Even though you can work it in Workbench also.
Okay.
Okay, Workbench also you can test it out. So if you go to Workbench, right? Is it clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why it is not taking default? Okay, so let me log into Workbench.
Yeah.
So no need of writing a code in order to test the functionality. Just go and use this kind of tool also.
Okay.
So whenever you are writing a test, whenever you are exposing class or website, make sure you have to make a unit testing, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's exactly working fine or not. So you can use these kind of things. Okay, sorry, I was wrong actually. I have to select the production. Production I have to select.
Yeah.
If you see here, there is a something called REST Explorer. If you go to utility, right?
Yes.
There's something called REST Explorer.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you can see here if it's a get or post or so blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah.
So here we can put our thing and we can execute it off.
So we have to put the URL, our URL here, right?
Correct. We have our URL here in order to test the functionality. Let's say I will try to put that Google thing. We'll see whether it's working or not. Okay, execute. Patch path must start with okay. Okay, so what it will happen? So this is just for testing the this one, only the Salesforce related things.
Okay.
Third party we call out we can't test it here. Okay, clear? Okay, call out we can't test it up, but call out we can like only Salesforce related things we can test it here.
Okay.
Let's say what I will pass this particular thing. Maybe we can come to this one I will pass it up. Not delete it. See here, it is giving all the information.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. Okay, it is only for we can test inbound callouts, not for the outbound callouts.
Okay.
Okay, clear? See here, if you go here, these are all the account details here, name, all those things. Okay, clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, so even though there be another things which you call Google advanced REST client also you can use. There is something called API Kitchen is there. This also good tool actually, API Kitchen.
Okay.
Okay, using API Kitchen also you can test the functionality. Let's say we'll see whether coming soon, working hard. I think there is something site is down this one. Okay, so there's many more things are there. Third party tool. There also we can test it out.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is about how we are testing our functionality.
Yes.
Okay, by using either code, we can write a code, or code for writing code it will take time, right? So we can go any these kind of tools and we can test our functionality whether working fine or not. Okay, so now we will talk about SOAP web service.
Okay.
We will talk about SOAP web service. What is the difference between SOAP and REST actually? So REST web services, it is basically working at top of HTTP protocol.
Okay.
Okay. Whereas SOAP web service is working on a SOAP protocol.
Okay.
Okay. Simple Object Access Protocol. Okay. Data is traversing between one system to another system as a XML data in case of SOAP.
Okay.
Okay. And it is reaching to the client and server side as an object.
Okay.
In middle it is going as a XML data. Once you reach the client side,
Mm-hmm.
it will automatically convert into an object.
Okay.
Okay, same as in the client side or server side. Once you reach the client or server side, it is automatically converted into a Java or Apex object.
Okay.
In middle of the SOAP protocol, it is going as a XML data.
Okay.
Okay. For writing a SOAP, there is basically something called WSDL required.
Yes.
Okay, that is basically we will call it as web service description language.
Okay.
Okay, what it says actually, it is saying location of the web service, what and all, what is the class name, what and all method name, what and all parameters you have to pass for that particular method, what are the return types of method, all these things you are mentioning it in the WSDL.
Okay.
Okay, that's why we are calling it as a web service description language. We are describing all information related to web service in that particular WSDL. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, so now we will test the functionality of one simple SOAP web service. Okay, we will test the functionality of a simple SOAP web service. Any question?
No.
Okay. So how to write a simple web services? Now it is again server side. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I am exposing Apex class as a SOAP web service.
Yes.
Okay, I am exposing Apex class as a SOAP web service. Okay, so let's say I will take one simple example. Hey, did you work on flows? Flow process builder.
Yeah, I have worked on.
But there is something called process builder. That is very good actually. You can look into that.
Yes, I have worked on process builder sometime.
Oh, okay, worked on. Okay. Instead of workflow, right? Lot of things you can go for a process builder.
Yes. So it's an advanced version of workflows. So you can traverse through child and master and everything which you are not able to do using workflow previously.
Yeah, correct. And another advantage is nothing but if you are using workflow, right? It will fire the trigger 2 times.
Yeah, correct. But in process builder it will fire only when it meets the condition.
Correct. Process builder, the trigger will fire only once.
Yeah.
If any update happen in the process builder, right, the trigger it won't fire actually.
Yeah.
So that is the one big advantage. Okay. Okay. So how to write a simple class as a SOAP web service? Okay. So I will take one simple example. Give me a minute. Okay, so if you see this particular class, if you want to make any class as a web service, SOAP web service, same thing, the class is always a global class.
Okay, you have to use the word web service here.
Yeah, so here we are basically using a word web service.
Okay.
So
it will tell the compiler that it is a web service class.
It's a SOAP web service.
SOAP web service, yeah.
Okay. In case of this one, we are making global static. This one. In case of this one, we are using class as a global, so that by default method also a global. Okay. So if you want to make a class as a global, all the method inside the things also should be global. Okay. So we are making method as a web service static. In that case, so compiler will treat this class as a SOAP web service. Okay. So I am writing some method. It is passing the return type as a string. Okay. But it is accepting one parameter as a name and it is returning some string. This is nothing but a simple SOAP web service. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So now how to test this functionality? Right, whether it is working or not, how to test this particular functionality?
Yes.
Okay. In order to test this functionality, okay, so we have to use one tool called SOAP UI. I don't know whether you heard or not. SOAP UI.
SOAP UI.
SOAP UI.
Yeah.
Okay. So just go and install the SOAP UI. Okay.
It is called.
Sorry.
What it is called? SOAP UI.
UI, yeah, SOAP UI.
Okay.
Okay. So what we have to do is nothing but, so in order to use a SOAP web service, basically for REST there is nothing is required, right? We are communicating with based on a URI, correct?
Yes.
In case of SOAP, in order to call that any web service, basically we have to use their WSDL, WSDL. Basically we will call it a WSDL. Okay. From that class, so we have to generate a WSDL. Okay, see here there is something called WSDL is there, right? Okay, WSDL. Click on that WSDL. The class is directly generated into a WSDL.
Yeah.
Okay, just go and save it here. Okay, I will save this particular as WSDL. Okay, clear? So convert the class as a WSDL. Okay. If you go to this particular going through this particular WSDL, it is having all the information.
So basically it's an
Yeah, it is all the information, like what methods we are using. See here we are using some method, hello method. See here operation is a hello. Okay, what and all input we are using it up, what and all output we are using, what is the end point. Okay, all information it will be available in this particular WSDL. Okay, clear? Okay, in order to test this functionality, okay, import that WSDL here. Let's say how to create a new project. Create a new project. Okay, test. Import that WSDL. Okay, I will select that particular WSDL here. So I will go to okay, just click on okay. Okay, it is going to create something like this. Okay, it is going to create a project something like this. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, if you see here how many number of methods which is available in this particular thing, which will be available here. See here, hello. Simple SOAP web service is a class name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it is a binding. By default it will come. Okay, class name I append with a binding. Okay, this is actually method name. Okay, if you click on this request, if you see this particular request, right? If you click on this particular request, see here. So it is having a SOAP request is having a two things. Okay, one is nothing but a SOAP header, and another one is nothing but a SOAP body. Okay, clear? So this is nothing but a header.
Yes.
Okay, this is nothing but a body. If you closely see the body, so it is having two parts. One is nothing but a method name. This is a method name. Hello is a method name, right? See here, hello.
Yes.
Okay, name is a parameter we are sending it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, pass this particular information here, name.
Okay.
Okay, and another thing is nothing but we have to pass a session ID here. Okay, we have to pass a session ID. As a part of header, we have to pass a session ID in the session header.
Okay.
Why session ID is required? Session ID is required in order to make a authentication.
Okay.
Okay, how to get a session ID? This is another thing. So you heard about enterprise WSDL?
Yes, enterprise WSDL and partner WSDL.
Yeah. So we have to import the enterprise WSDL. Okay, again same thing. Download the enterprise WSDL. We know, right, how to download that. You go to API. Okay, if you go API, there is something called enterprise WSDL.
Okay.
Click on generate enterprise WSDL. Same thing. Come here and create one new project and import that particular WSDL.
Okay.
Okay. If you scroll down, there is a one method called login method will be there.
Okay.
Okay. There is a one method called login method. Okay. Enter your username and password. Okay. Enter your username and password. Password is a password plus token. Okay. And if you send a request, how to send a request? If you see here on green button,
Yeah.
click on this particular method. Hold on, I think.
Okay.
See here. Once you send a request, right, login, so it is going to send all the information here. Like user ID of the user, server URL, session ID, all other related information it will send it out. Okay. So we want only session ID.
Okay.
Take the session ID. If you remember in the REST endpoint, basically what we are sending it out, auth token we are sending, right?
Yes.
In case of SOAP, basically we are sending a session ID.
Okay.
Here, just send the session ID as a part of request.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you send a request, what it is going to return back is nothing but hello. It is going to return back hello. Then what is the name you sent and D, right?
Okay.
See here, hello. Clear? Clear? Any question?
No.
Okay. So along with that, these are some additional information we have to send it up. Okay. Category, level, and debug. So in order to get these informations.
Okay.
Okay. If you remove these, so maybe it will throw some error. Or maybe it will. See here. Here directly we are sending back the response. In order to get some log and all, then basically we have to use this particular thing. Okay, Apex code debug we are saying, right? Category, log category is a debug. Debug log we are getting it up. See here what and all things it is executed. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how we can test for a web services. Okay, this is a simple one. So now I will jump into one complex thing where we are go and create a account.
Okay.
Okay, where I am go and create an account. It's clear, right? Any confusion?
No.
Execute one so that you will get a clear idea. Okay, what I am doing here, this is little bit complex. Okay, what it is taking is nothing but it is taking a list of account. Here I am using some wrapper. See here, I am using some wrapper.
Yeah.
Okay, what it will do, it will create an account and it will send back the response. Okay, it will create an account and it will send back the response. For time being, I am sending only one response as a part of string. Even though you can send back a response as a wrapper also.
Okay.
Okay, clear? Okay.
Yeah.
So go and download this done. Okay, whenever you okay, so whenever you return a web service, okay, so generate a WSDL. I don't know why it is not. Okay, so see here WSDL is there, right? So create a WSDL, okay, and import it in this particular SOAP UI. Okay, once you import it, it will come like this. What is the method name? Create account. See here, it is come as a create account, right? Clear?
Yeah.
Click on request. Okay. If you see the request, what is the parameter you are passing? Where parameter will be a account wrapper, account list. Correct? Here there is a something called account list here. So it can occur multiple times, right? Because it is a list, right? Correct? That's why we can able to place it multiple times. Okay. So now just pass the data like act 3 temp and act 4 temp. Okay. Pass your session ID. So which you used previously. Session ID we are using, right? Same session ID, just use it off here also. Session ID is not one time, okay? We have to call again whenever call
Every time ID will be different.
Yeah, else it will invalidate for some time interval. Some time interval it will be there. So it will be valid till that time, or else it will be invalidate. Okay, so just click this one. See here, it comes a response matrix. If you go and see here, right, it is created account. Here at 4. Clear? Clear, right?
Yeah.
Any question?
No.
So you can write any complex business logic inside the method. That is up to you, okay, based on the business scenario.
Okay.
Okay, based on the business scenario, you can write any kind of business logic there. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, you can write any kind of logic, and it is also depends on the your requirement, whether you want to pass a single object or list of object or a single primitive data type. All it depends on your business logic. Okay, clear? Okay, so now we will discuss about, now it is what? Now it is actually inbound callouts, right? What and all things we tested now? It's an inbound callout.
Yes.
Okay, so now we will talk about how to call a third-party SOAP web service from the Salesforce.
Yes.
Okay, that is actually outbound SOAP callout.
Yeah.
Correct? Outbound SOAP callout.
Yes.
Okay. So for that, what I will do, so I don't have any running application as a SOAP. Okay, what I will do, I will take this example. This is actually a server-side code, right? Okay, I will log in into some other instance, and I will try to invoke these methods.
Okay.
Okay, clear? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I will do, so for that also this WSDL is required. Okay, download this particular WSDL. Okay, so what we have to do in the destination org, this is a caller, right? Now it is a caller, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, what we have to do is nothing but whenever you are calling a third party application, take the third party WSDL, okay, and go to Apex. Here something called generate from the WSDL is there, right?
Yes, generate.
Okay, click on that. Okay, browse that WSDL file here. Okay, so browse that WSDL file. Okay, this is a WSDL file. Create parse. Parse. We have to parse, okay, in order to check the WSDL is correct or not.
Okay.
Okay, let's say it's a SOAP stub. Okay, and click execute. Okay, so once you compile this, converted this particular thing into this particular thing. Okay, so it is going to create a one method. Okay, so it is going to create a one method class called asynchronous, sorry, class called soap stub.
Okay.
Okay, there is a some class called soap stub, so it is going to create this particular class.
Okay.
Okay, why? Because so that's what I was discussing while difference between the SOAP and REST API. Okay, whenever you are using a REST API, you are using URI in order to call the services, right?
Yes.
And there is no additional set of classes required in order to call a REST API.
Yeah.
Okay, in order to call a SOAP web services, okay, basically we need some supporting classes at the client side. Okay,
Yeah.
in order to call a SOAP web services, so we need some supporting classes at a client side.
Okay.
Okay, these are basically a supporting classes.
Okay.
Okay, which is generated from the WSDL.
Yes.
Okay, so which is generated from the WSDL.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Any question?
No.
Okay, why this class is required? In order to call that services, basically these classes are required.
Okay.
Okay, so now what I will do, so I will go and create a small simple application. Okay, small classes. So in these classes I am calling that particular web services. Okay, so how I am calling that particular web services? Assume this is my stub class. Okay, this is my stub class which is generated from the WSDL, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you how exactly the SOAP will work, right? The client side there will be some setup supporting class will be there. We are call it as a skeleton class or stub classes.
Okay.
Okay, that classes is having actually a proxy method.
Okay.
What and all methods they are implementing in the server side, right? That methods which will be available in the client side also.
Okay.
Okay, we are calling that particular method in the client side. Let's say if I take our example, this is a create account method, right? If I go and search it in the our stub class, this account will be there. See here, account method. This is actually a proxy method. Okay, what we are trying to do is nothing but we are creating an object of this class and we are setting all the parameters. Okay, parameters like inbound parameters, and we are calling this particular proxy method. Okay, this proxy method will internally call the actual method which is located at that particular URL. Okay, in order to access the resources. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so where will be the URLs actually? If you see that particular thing, okay, so URL will be located at the end of the WSDL. If you see the WSDL, there is an end tag called address location. Okay, location. So the actual implementation will be located in this particular address. Okay, we are calling the proxy method, but proxy method actually invokes the method present in this location and it will send back the result. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, if you see here, so what we are doing is nothing but we can set the timeout. Okay, default timeout will be 10 millisecond. Okay, and we can set the endpoint. By default, some endpoint will be there in this stub class. This is endpoint. Okay. So if you want to set some other endpoint, let's say while you are calling production, dev or UAT instance, so you have to pass the URL dynamically, right? Or through a custom setting or something like that.
Okay.
That's why we can override that particular method, that endpoint URL. Okay. So what we are doing here is nothing but we have to pass a session ID also. Okay. Now I am calling Salesforce to Salesforce. Okay. So for that reason I have to set a session ID. Okay. How I am setting session ID is nothing but I am just just hard coding it up. Okay. We can set the session ID by using global variables also. Okay, so for just for getting a session ID, use the same enterprise WSDL in the SOAP URL. Okay.
Okay.
You're getting it right?
Yes.
Okay. After that, what we have to do? So our method is accepting what? Our method is accepting this particular parameter, right?
Yes.
Wrapper. So if
Yeah.
you see here, create the wrapper object. This is stub class dot wrapper object is equal to sub new of this one. Okay. Create add this name. What and all parameter is having name and owner, right? This one. So create a list of that wrapper class, add it to a list, add by using stub class object. Okay, stub class is what? This is a stub class object, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So call the create method by passing this one. It will go and call this particular proxy method. Proxy method, it will come and land it here. It will execute the code and it will send back to the result.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah. Yes.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
So what I will do, so I will take this particular session ID. This is actually outbound call out, right? So we are calling the something from Salesforce to other.
Yes.
Okay. So we are now, I don't have any running SOAP application. That's why I am using Salesforce to Salesforce. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you are using actual server, like let's say if you want to call some SAP and all, so in that case, setting the session ID is not required.
Okay.
Okay, clear? Setting the session ID is not required.
Okay.
So in our case, I am using Salesforce to Salesforce, so we have to use a session ID here.
Okay.
Okay. So now what I am doing, just call this method by using developer console.
Okay.
Okay. So what we can do is nothing but debug. So okay, so save it up. I'll clear the debug log. Okay, I will go to developer console and I will call these particular classes. In this class only we are calling the web service, right?
Yeah.
This is a helper class. Here we are calling the web service, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Call this method in the developer console.
Okay.
Over here. SOAP helper the call custom web service. So this is a method, right? I am calling this particular method. Okay. If you go and see that in our destination or this is a some org, okay? This is a caller. This is a caller side.
Yes.
Okay. This is the actual server side. If you go and search this particular thing, it will be available here.
Okay.
See here?
Yes.
This one. Correct? SOAP API call. So this is how we can work the SOAP web services.
Okay.
Okay. If you see the log, the log didn't generate it. Okay, if you see the log rate, so it is going to send back the ID. Why? Because if you see this particular our class, server side class, we are returning back the ID, right? So that ID will be available.
Okay.
That ID available here. Okay, clear? Any question?
No.
Okay, these four things are very important. Okay, so whenever if you are changing the job anything, so now wherever you are go internet, so they will ask about, did you know about SOAP and REST API? Okay, so everyone is asked about SOAP and REST. SOAP and REST web services are very easy. There is nothing. If you know the basic Apex class writing, we can write the SOAP and REST web services. Okay, it is basically four way. One is nothing but inbound calls and another one is outbound calls.
Okay.
Inbound calls is nothing but in that case, so we have to expose Apex class as a REST or SOAP web services. Okay. In outbound web services, basically we are calling the outside web services in the Salesforce. That's it. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
I will share you the code. Just try to practice.